Okay, Keith, this is for you, man. Nice shot of the floor, eh? Alright, this is a supplement to the video I just did. Alright, I'm going to show you this. Close-ups of this thing. Here's a silly little headrest. Yeah, GTS in there. Isn't that cool? It's nice. The only problem is that the headrest is stretching because the foam is 3 inches thick and it's pushing back. That T was nice and skinny before it started spreading. And the corners are starting to peel off again. I have to glue them down better. Find a way of doing it. I've got an idea now. It was just an experiment. See how it works. Gives me the look. That's what I'm looking for. Here's one of the cool ass fenders. Neither one of them's finished. The underside isn't finished and they haven't been glossed yet. But here's the other fender. It's pretty cool. But we'll come around to this and you can see the underside is still not finished. I have to coat it all. And none of the drive is together. The exhaust isn't all on, but I do have a custom muffler under there. See, it comes out in these nice little copper tips. It's beautiful. This thing is a 7-horse engine. It's a power fest, oh well. Overhead valve, yay, they all are now. And it's got a torque converter on it, which isn't fully assembled yet. I'm going to wait. The last thing I'm going to do is put that thing together the rest of the way. I have to have the wheels on and it's sitting on the ground before I can tighten this nut right in the middle of the screen. Anyway, once the exhaust is done, it'll look really cool. I also have to make the mount for the breather because right now it just kind of flops around, eh? So I have to finish that. It's kind of custom touches. Did all this painting. Yeah, I got to touch up the P. There's a lot of work left to do on this. It has a disc brake in it, which is sitting there. Under the tape is the key that locks it to the shaft, because right now the shaft can actually spin. I'll turn the wheel here, and the brake isn't going anywhere. But all that's final stuff to do the day I go to drive it. Probably have it all together tomorrow, hopefully running it tomorrow afternoon, maybe Monday. Here's a cool seat I did. I really like it. Inspired by the captain's chair on Star Trek, The Next Generation. And this was Marty's idea, so we can get to the oil fill, is to have the seat tilt. So it tilts back, and you got to put oil in where that little yellow thing is, right down there. Now we've also got all the ignition wires here have to be tied in, and they're tied in to the key. So as soon as I finish the wiring, it'll be great. There's a whole bunch of custom features on this thing. Steering wheel. It works beautiful. I showed you that in the last video. And then over here is one of the custom wheels. Oh, I painted a Mongoose on it, because that's what I'm calling it. Here's one of the front wheels. The knockoffs are non-functional, but they are attached to the wheels, so you can actually spin it. Make it go good. None of the wheels have air in them yet, and the bolts aren't even tightened yet. I still have a little more work to do to the kingpins, which are the things that the steering knuckles steer on. This is the top of the kingpin here, and it goes all the way through and sticks out the very bottom. And that little nub way down here. So, anyway, this is what I like doing in my spare time when I'm not, being crazy. It's all got to be cleaned up, and I have a mat. It's rolled up right now, but I have to cut it and put it in on the floor pan. Even though this has already got a rocker guard on it, it's got it underneath as well. This here is the brake lever, and foot pedal, whatever. Here's the throttle. I still have to put the cable on for that. It's no big deal. But it's lots of fun. This is it from behind. Here, we'll get the wheel out of the way. I mean, this is looking backwards from the front, obviously. Oh, I did this too. See that? Cool. GTS. Woohoo! Anyway, this thing actually has a serial number, just like Mackey's does. Now it's got it in a few places. I always have one where you can find it, usually. I have another one where it's actually hidden. And on this one, I've got a third. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's the first one. GTS FK2 MGS01. And my little F that I always do. December 2015. Okay, GTS, Grolo's Toy Shop. FK is Farm Kart. Number 2, Mackey's got the first one. MGS is Mongoose. And this is the first Mongoose I built. And that's what I've decided to name it. Now that same serial number is actually tucked in here under the engine. You can see the silver. You can't make it out. You can by eye, but you can't with this camera. So it's all in there, and it's got the little F on it too. I can't get a better angle on it for you, so that's it. But trust me, that's what it says. So I did that so it's a numbers matching cart. Ha, that's funny. Okay, and here's the Mongoose on this side too, just for the fun of it. And some of the brake linkage comes all the way along, all the way back here, comes underneath. You can barely see it there, but it's there. Yeah, it's awful dark here. I need a better light on this. The rod goes right across. Oh, wait a minute, maybe we can see it better this way. There you go. That rod goes across underneath the engine, in front of it actually, comes all the way across to the caliper. So, anyway, this is the fun of life. It's what I like to do. And when I'm not making noise with the base, and I feel I got to play with a welder, that's it. This whole thing was built here. None of it was farmed out. The engine and the wheels I got from Princess Auto. You can get the torque drive there too. But the steering wheel is all hand formed. And basically, I built it all myself. This is just so much fun to do that you got to try it sometime. It's a blast. This is the other rear wheel. Can't even see the hub in the center, but it's there. But it's just been clear coated. I have to unmask it probably tomorrow morning, make sure it's dry before I do the final paint around the edge of the bead, which is right here. It has to be painted on both sides because these back wheels were yellow and the front wheels were actually white. Alright, man. Anyway, peace, be cool, have fun. We'll talk to you later.